Knowing your employees long-term is the key to succeeding long-term. But what does that mean? That means you understand their why, you understand their how, you understand their passion. In short, you understand what they care about, what motivates them. But how do we do this long-term? We have to first start with being able to listen and understand. So I'm going to repeat a little bit of probably what you've seen in other videos. And that's first to reflect. And then when you reflect, you understand yourself. And that allows you to then move to listening to understand somebody else. And you only listen so that you understand, you get verification that you understand. Great. And now in the moment, you might understand what motivates them, what they care about. But time changes everything. It changes you, it changes them, it changes the circumstances. So how do you continuously know what somebody cares about? Well, this is the exciting part. It comes into your system. And your system is the long term, because in the long term, it's based off who you are. It works usually only for you. And it also caters to the circumstance of the individual you're interacting with. This is what you do in the world. This is how you help others. And so you need to take in consideration both. And it's really exciting because it works long term. But what does that look like? I'm going to give you an example. So what that looks like is, let's say you are already listening to understand your employee, and you have trust, loyalty, you know what they care about, you motivate them. Great. Now, in the long term, using your system, that might look like creating a schedule where on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis, let's just say on a weekly basis, you meet with them at a certain set time, and you always do that, right? And the amount of employees that you do this is going to depend on where you are. If you have a lot of employees, and you might be able to only meet with a dozen maybe. If you are able to be more hands-off, or you have a smaller organization, then you can meet with all of them. But either way, it's based on your system. And with the scheduling, you meet once a week. Now, the great thing is they feed into each other, right? Your system then uses the listening to understand to get better, and knowing yourself as time changes, you adjust your system. So for example, let's say during those meetings, you realize you're just talking logistics. You're talking about this other thing and this thing because you're short on time. That's fine. So you adjust, and you maybe make a meeting before this meeting where you're listening to understand and getting to know the employee to do logistics. I do this, and it actually works, because then what you're giving yourself is two elements, and that's time and space. The time is the scheduling. You got nothing else conflicting. And the space is not only listening to yourself, but giving yourself the space so that the other person not distracted by all the things they need to get you to check off their list or sign off on. To be continuous with it, you need to stay motivated to want to keep doing it. And the way we do that is about trying something new. And so that might mean you try something and it doesn't work, right? And this is the key here, is setting a time to come back and assess. You can either continue doing it because it's really successful, you want more, or you stop because it's not what you want, or you adjust, right? You leave certain aspects that aren't helping you, and you take certain aspects that are. That's how it works. And when you do this, you always know your employee. And that's the secret to long-term success. In reference to priorities, I think employees are number one. Thanks for listening. If you want more information, please check out my book, The Selfish Guide, or my website, Colton Vita. And if you like this video, please like and share. Thanks.